Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is my first video on YouTube and welcome. This video will be focusing on the cut crease and I've done this burgundy look. Let's get into the video. Firstly, what you want to do is apply concealer or your eyeshadow primer. And the concealer that I apply is the LA Girl Pro Conceal in the color Toffee. It's just 2 shades lighter than my shade because this is what's going to make your eyeshadow pop. What you want to do next is blend out the concealer on your lid, and I use this Zar Cosmetics brush. It's a cheap brush and the tip came off because it's cheap, you know, it's not that good quality, and I like how it blends out the concealer on the lid. So I then go on with blending the concealer, and if you don't blend it out like this, then there could be that harsh line between your eyelid and the bridge of your nose. Next, you want to use a setting powder. I use this one from L'Oreal Mercier with our transition shade, which is this orange. And for your transition shade, you want to use a bigger fluffy brush, because this is what's going to give you a nice airbrush blend. And you always want to tap off the excess so that you just don't have any fallout. And what you want to do, you want to pack the color first, and then windshield wiper motion. Wipe it like so. And you want to hold it on the tip so that you get a nice seamless blend. And then if you see that there's any harsh lines, I then go in with a circular motion. So you go in like so. There you go, just to give it a nice seamless blend so that there is no harsh line. Next part is for me to apply the crease color, and I'll be using this shade for the crease. Using a blending brush, but this blending brush is a little bit smaller than this one. I apply this shade just on the crease below the transition shade. I tap it to apply it. So this is just packing in the color. I also want to take this onto the outer part of my lid. After you've packed your color, you then want to blend it out to make sure that there is no harsh line between this crease color that you have applied as well as the transition shade that you applied earlier. Go back to blending in circular motion just to make sure that your shadows are blended into each other. Then I go back to that transition shade just to further blend out any harsh lines. You want to use your Vaseline to cut the crease, and I use this angle brush to start cutting the crease. There we go. I have a good generous amount of Vaseline onto the brush. I have hooded eyes, and if I were only just to put on my lid shade on my actual lid, you won't be able to see it because my lid is so small. So I'm going to create a new lid, a bigger lid, where you are able to see my lid shades, my lid shadow once I've put that on. So I then went on to cut the crease with the Vaseline on the brush, and as you can see, I cut the crease way above my natural lid. just to give myself more space so that the shadows are more visible when my eyes are open. And I use the Vaseline to remove the product on the lid. This is to avoid for your concealer to be stained. I then move on to apply the concealer to cut the crease, and make sure that you are using a flat brush. Your brush needs to be flat. I then blend in my concealer just to make sure that it's not clumpy, to allow the shadows to go on. So we're moving on to our lid now, and I am starting with that shimmery burgundy shade, and I pick it up on a flat brush and I start packing it on the middle of my lid. The next shadow is that baby pink. It's also shimmery, and then I put it towards the inner corner of the lid. You can see that there is a harsh line between the two colors. So what you want to do is go back to that burgundy shade and drag it towards that new shade. I then went back to that crease color that we applied earlier, just to blend out the space between our lid shade, that shimmery shade, as well as the matte shade. So now we're just further blending this out and just packing it in. And you drag it to the shimmery shade. So you can also pack it on top of the harsh line. Taking your transition shade just to further blend out any harsh lines that might be left there. I then went on with the more silver looking shadow or highlight to put into my inner corner as an inner corner highlight. Now I'm moving on to the lower lash, and make sure that you always do your lower lash once you have done your foundation. So I'm just applying that dark crease color that we applied earlier just closer to my lash band, and then after that I move on to the transition shade. Alright guys, so this is the complete look. I decided to put on this lip, this burgundy lip, to complete this winter cut crease, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.